Hello everyone, Mark here. I'm going to show you an activity that you can do at home with a piece of paper, a real easy piece of paper. We're going to kind of bop it in the air, keep it going as many times as we can. Maybe do best out of 3. And we'll try and improve our scores in one area. And we'll even make a little boundary area where we can see how well we can do best out of 3. So I'm using my usual piece of paper, balling it up in a ball. Make sure my ball is kind of roundish, not too small. And as you see, I kind of made a good size ball there, all right? So I'm gonna first practice. I'm gonna do a couple hits, just regular hits, trying to pop it in the air, kind of like a racket, ping pong racket or a tennis racket. Try and see how many I could get in a row. So I got about 7 or 8 or so, all right? Then I lost my piece of paper. Let me get my piece of paper here. Got it back, all right? Got it? All right, so once I get a couple more practices, I'm trying to get nice flat hands, trying to bop it. Once I get a couple good practices, I'm going to try and step up it a little bit, okay? So my step up would be seeing if I can maybe get over 10 in a row. So I can try and find my area where I am, keep my hand nice and flat. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in one of my face. All right, so once I have kind of an idea of how hard to hit it and keep it going, using both hands, I can make a boundary area for myself. So somewhere where I can try and get my ball of paper in one area, and I'm going to make my boundary area either out of stuffed animals or socks. I'm using socks this morning. So what I'm doing is making a little boundary area. I'm going to make my boundary area right about here, and I cannot step out of my boundary area. So my boundary area is just this. I'm making it big enough that I could see me moving around a little in it, but I want to make it where I don't step out of my area, okay? So here's my boundary area. All right, and I think I made it pretty well. Now I'm going to try and see if I can keep it going for as many as I can in my boundary area. Here's my piece of paper. I'm trying to get as many as I can. Here we go. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. So I got 13, and I couldn't get it out of my boundary area. So I could try this a couple times, see if I get better and better with my piece of paper. I will try it one more time. If I want to challenge myself, I can make my boundary area a little smaller. So let's try one more time in my boundary area. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 20 over my head and 20. All right, so this is an activity that you can try at home with something easy as a piece of paper that you ball up. And trying to hit it off your hand, keep it a little bit flat. If you need to, you can use something as like a paddle, something bigger. So I could use my piece of paper, and I could maybe use a notepad. I could either try it off a notepad, so a little bit bigger, as you see, a notepad like so. Or if I wanted to try and use 2 objects that are a little bit bigger, I could use 2 objects. So let's see if I could use notepad and something a little bigger. I got my ink board here. So I'm trying to go like so, and I'm trying to hit it off my notepad. This is a little too big for me, but as you get the idea. Sometimes if you have a paper plate around the house, you could use that as well, all right? So maybe a book's too heavy, but notepad or paper plate, see how many times you could try and get it, okay? So this is an activity that you could try at home and see how much fun you try doing that. See how many you could get in a row. Challenge somebody if you like, all right? All right, so the next one we're gonna do is kind of some toilet paper drop activity. Just got some tissue or some toilet paper. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drop or toss and try and run and catch. And I can try and toss and run and catch. And I'm trying to challenge myself to try and see if I can toss it pretty far ahead and then run and catch it before it falls. Or I can maybe do a toss. It's kind of floated towards me. I can do a toss. Maybe a quick 2 jumping jacks and get it before it falls. So tossing, 1, 2. That one fell fast. But let me see if I can get maybe a piece kind of bunch it up so it maybe falls a little slower here. And I'm going to try again, maybe 1 jumping jack. Try myself. So 1, and I just caught it before it fell. So this is kind of an activity you could try even with a partner where someone's maybe holding it out a little farther away. They either toss it in the air and you can see if you can catch it before it falls to the ground. You got to try and run real fast to try and get it, all right? So these are some activities that you could try with simple materials at your house Whether it's a balled up piece of paper trying to bop it, or a simple tissue you're tossing and trying to run and catch before it falls to the ground. All right. It's fun if you play with somebody, have someone at home that you can participate with, or you could try some of these activities by yourself. Try and challenge yourself. Hand-eye coordination with the ball of paper in your hands, and with the tissue, how fast you can try and run and grab it out of the air before it falls to the ground. All right, so I hope that you guys have fun trying these activities and seeing how well you guys can do. Can't wait to hear how you guys do. Bye, everyone. Take care.